Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and recaps reveal it was a crazy day in Port Charles. If you missed the Friday, March 28 episode, no need to fret. CTS has an entire outline of the dramatic show. General Hospital spoilers note that Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, and Sasha Corbin, Sophia Matson, meet for tea during Friday's show. Sasha wastes no time in showing her the sonogram picture of her baby. She tells Maxie that she has decided to stay at the Quartermains for now. Maxie reminds her that if she needs to leave the estate, there is room for her and the baby at her house. They start to discuss deception, and Sasha tells Maxie the whole story about Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, kidnapping her, and ultimately blames it on her mother, Holly Sutton, Emma Sams. If she hadn't stolen Jen's diamonds, then Sasha never would have had her life threatened. Holly's greed put her in danger. Maxie still says that she's not sure about doing business with Jen's. Across town, Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, is at work when Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, comes rushing down the hallway looking for Stella Henry, Vernie Johnson, who has left the building. They talk about Monica and how Tracy is hoping that she doesn't find out that Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, is threatening to dig up her husband in the Quartermain crypt. She fills Liz in on the details of the property dispute and how Drew is no longer viewed as a Quartermain. Tracy gets a call while at the hospital telling her that there are bulldozers at the crypt, and she runs off in a rush. Trina Robinson, Tapiana Ali, is outside the Quartermain crypt as bulldozers are on site. Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, is also there with a signed demolition order. Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and Emma Drake, Brading Bruner, appear and he serves them with the order. Gio reminds him that the property owner needs to be served, not him. An officer goes to knock on the front door while Boyle informs everyone that the Quartermains lost this fight. The paperwork has been left with Yuri, Cyrus Hobby, and the officer isn't comfortable proceeding after not reaching the Quartermain directly. Ezra starts going off about tearing down the building that only houses dead bodies, as Trina films him in action. The construction worker tells Boyle that he doesn't deal with dead bodies and leaves. While no one is looking, Emma chains herself to the front of the crypt and refuses to leave. Tracy arrives and sits with Emma in front of the crypt as Trina films her talking to the public about Drew using taxpayer dollars to wage a family war. Emma's grandmother, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, arrives and demands that her chains be cut because laws must be followed. Drew is trying to buy new friends to make up for the old ones that he has lost. He has a meeting with Kai Taylor, Jen's Austin Thrupp, in his office about the Sports Initiative conferences. Kai reminds him that football is no longer in his future since he injured his L3. Drew wants to try and hook Kai up with one of the best surgeons, and Kai tells him that he doesn't have the money for an elective surgery. Drew offers to pay for it, and Kai isn't exactly trusting him because he knows that Drew and Trina's father are at war. Drew asks Kai to listen to his side of the situation and paints a picture that casts him as the good guy. General Hospital recaps reveal that Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens, stops in at Charlie's to catch up with her brother, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, during Friday's episode. He tells her that he is taking Liz to NYC for a getaway. Lulu agrees to keep an eye on Aiden Spencer, Colin Cassidy, while they are gone, but asks Lucky if he is sure that he wants to do this. Lulu wonders if the 25 years of baggage that they both are carrying will be too much to get past. Worse yet, what if Lucky and Liz go and tarnish the good memory that they shared? Lucky appreciates the concern, but he believes that revisiting the memories is about contemplating the future. Lulu tells Lucky that he is braver than she, and she hopes things work out. Kristina Corinthos, Kate Mancy, is pounding on Ava Jerome's Maura West door. Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, goes and hides as Ava lets her in. Ava tells Kristina to stay away from the windows this time, and Kristina looks horrified and asks if she is making a joke about her dead baby. Ava really doesn't want to rehash the past, and Kristina starts in on her about dragging Sonny back to court. Ava reminds her of Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, being barbecued in a bomb meant for Sonny, and how she needs to protect her child. As a mother, She will do anything to keep Avery safe, and she says that Kristina doesn't understand that because she's not a mother. Kristina threatens to stop her before leaving. Once she is gone, Rick comes back into the room looking horrified. Kristina is extremely upset in the parking garage and finds Ava's parking spot. She quickly thinks that she is cutting the brakes on Ava's car, but it is actually Rick's. He parked in Ava's spot. Liz knocks on Ava's door to give Rick the paperwork that he had requested. Ava gets catty, and Rick offers to give Liz a ride home. As they are driving, Rick realizes that he has no brakes and they crash. As they were driving, a guilty Kristina tries to call Ava to admit what she had done, but Ava doesn't answer. Lastly, during General Hospital's Friday episode, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, are on a private jet to Toronto to find the contracted killer who blew up the penthouse. Whoever hired him is responsible for Michael's injuries, and they need to pay. Soliski, the hired killer, unlocked his door to find Sonny waiting for him with his gun drawn. Sonny disarms him and then tells him that if he gives up the name of who hired him, he will live. Soliski tries to pull a gun that was hidden in a drawer, but Sonny already has it, and he tries to leave but finds Jason on the other side of the door. He says that if he gives the person up, they will kill him. Sonny agrees that they may, but if he doesn't tell Sonny who hired him, then he is going to die right there. General Hospital recap, Friday, March 28, 2025. The tension in Port Charles is palpable as unexpected twists and dangerous decisions shake the lives of its residents. On Friday, March 28, General Hospital delivers another thrilling episode, with pivotal moments involving Kristina's grave error, Rick and Liz's horrifying crash, and Sonny Corinthos making a major breakthrough in the hunt for the mysterious firebomber. Kristina's fatal mistake. At the heart of today's drama is Kristina Corinthos Davis, who finds herself facing a dire consequence for a decision she made in haste. After weeks of emotional turmoil, Kristina continues to grapple with her family's expectations and the weight of her actions. In an attempt to prove her independence, Kristina gets more involved in a risky situation that could change everything. The day starts with Kristina meeting up with a mysterious individual, someone she's been working with behind her family's back. It's clear that she's trying to make her own way in the world, away from the shadow of her father, Sonny. However, as Kristina discusses her plans, a warning from Alexis looms over her. You can't always control what happens when you make choices like this. Ignoring her mother's advice, Kristina plunges forward, agreeing to be a part of a scheme that involves sabotaging a business rival of her father's. Kristina has always struggled with her sense of morality, and her latest decision is a reflection of her ongoing internal battle. She feels alienated from her family, and this decision represents her attempt to carve out her own identity. But little does she know, her involvement in this shady plot will soon lead to catastrophic consequences. As Kristina moves forward with the plan, she's unaware that a series of unexpected events are about to unfold. Her involvement with this dangerous person will not only alienate her further from her family, but also set the stage for an irreversible chain of events. Before the day ends, Kristina finds herself trapped in a dangerous web, making a fatal mistake that will haunt her for years to come. Kristina's increasingly erratic behavior doesn't go unnoticed. Her sister, Sam, is concerned and tries to get through to Kristina, sensing that she's spiraling out of control. But Kristina brushes off her concern, insisting that she knows what she's doing. However, it becomes clear that she's making decisions out of desperation, pushing everyone away in the process. Her mistake has the potential to unravel her life and her relationship with her family, leading to heartache in the future. Rick and Liz's heart-stopping crash. Meanwhile, Rick Lansing and Elizabeth Weber's relationship takes a dramatic turn as the two find themselves involved in a terrifying crash that leaves both of their lives hanging in the balance. It all begins with Rick, who is on a mission to clear his name and find out who's behind the series of crimes that have been plaguing Port Charles. Liz, ever loyal to Rick, agrees to help him investigate, though she's uncertain of where this path will lead them. Rick and Liz head out on a road trip to gather information on a lead they've uncovered, but what starts as a simple drive soon turns into a nightmare. As the two drive through a foggy, remote stretch of highway, their car is suddenly hit by another vehicle. The collision is sudden and violent, sending both Rick and Liz crashing into a ditch. The sound of shattering glass and the screech of metal echo in the cold air as both are knocked unconscious. When Rick regains consciousness, he finds himself bloodied and bruised with a sharp pain in his side. He calls out for Liz, who is nowhere to be found. Panic sets in as Rick struggles to move, his vision blurred and his mind racing. He desperately tries to find his bearings, using every ounce of strength to make his way to the wreckage. He finally spots Liz, unconscious but alive. His heart leaps in his chest as he reaches for her, carefully checking for signs of life. Rick's first priority is getting Liz to safety, but with no cell service in the area and no one around to help, his situation grows increasingly dire. As he assesses their condition, Rick realizes that they're in grave danger. He must act quickly to get them out of harm's way. Despite his own injuries, Rick manages to drag Liz from the wreckage and into a nearby forest, seeking shelter as night begins to fall. As the hours drag on, Rick tries to keep Liz conscious, but her injuries are severe. It becomes clear that their survival depends on whether or not Rick can get help. In the meantime, their loved ones in Port Charles grow frantic, unaware of the catastrophe unfolding miles away. Rick's desperation grows as he realizes that the longer they stay stranded, the harder it will be to get Liz the medical attention she desperately needs. The crash has left both of them vulnerable, and Rick knows that every passing minute could be their last. Sonny finds the firebomber. Back in Port Charles, Sonny Corinthos is determined to uncover the identity of the person responsible for the recent string of fires that have been ravaging the town. The fires have destroyed several businesses, including one of Sonny's own properties, and it's clear that someone is targeting him and his associates. Sonny's patience is wearing thin, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to bring the firebomber to justice. Sonny's investigation leads him to a series of dead ends, but he refuses to give up. He enlists the help of his trusted ally, Jason Morgan, who has a reputation for getting to the bottom of things in a way only he can. The two of them spend hours tracking down leads, piecing together fragments of information that point to someone with a personal vendetta against Sonny. As the day progresses, Sonny becomes more and more convinced that he's getting closer to finding the person responsible. Finally, after hours of searching, Sonny and Jason get a break in the case. They discover a crucial piece of evidence that leads them to a suspect, an individual who has been working under the radar and targeting Sonny's businesses for some time. Sonny's blood runs cold as he realizes that the firebomber is someone with deep ties to his past. The fire was no random act of destruction. It was a targeted attack designed to hurt him and send a message. Now, with the identity of the firebomber finally revealed, Sonny is faced with a difficult choice: confront the person responsible head-on or take a more calculated approach to bring them to justice. The stakes are high, and Sonny knows that the consequences of his next move could have far-reaching effects, not just for him, but for everyone he cares about. But with the evidence in hand, Sonny feels a surge of determination. He is closer than ever to bringing this dangerous individual to justice, and he's not going to let them get away. The consequences of the day's events. As the day draws to a close, all of Port Charles seems to hold its breath as the lives of its residents hang in the balance. Kristina's mistake threatens to shatter her relationships with her family forever. Rick and Liz's crash has left them stranded and fighting for survival. And Sonny has come one step closer to discovering the truth about the firebomber. With so many lives on the line, the question remains: how will each of these characters cope with the fallout of their choices? Will Kristina be able to mend the rift between her and her family, or will her decision prove to be her undoing? Will Rick and Liz survive the night? And if they do, what will their future hold? And will Sonny's pursuit of the firebomber bring him the justice he seeks, or will it open up even more danger for him and those he loves? The stakes have never been higher for the residents of Port Charles, and the answers to these questions will unfold in the coming days. But one thing is certain: the drama is far from over. This recap encapsulates the thrilling developments of Friday, March 28 on General Hospital. Kristina's dangerous choice, Rick and Liz's horrifying crash, and Sonny's pursuit of the firebomber all combine to create a whirlwind of emotion, tension, and intrigue that will undoubtedly leave viewers on the edge of their seats. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.